been a lot of consternation in dengue in the past few weeks, emanating from the creation of an artificial village called Dengue Terenidi. This situation has left many of the people really confused and wondering what we are all up to if the state that we assume is supposed to promote social order is perceived to be promoting some kind of disorder. The creation of Dengue Terenidi is an idea that beats the very basics of META tradition, in that it comes from just nothing in the tradition of META. And we know that founder, kingship, is an institution that emanates from the way of the people and not a state creation. Fandoms are not a republican institution. They don't radiate the republic. Lately, we're informed about a decision from the Ministry of Territorial Administration requesting proposals to create new administrative units. That is one of those things that has been up and was seen. There's some misconception about this initiative. We know that the state of Cameroon has units. Below the central government, we have the regions, then the divisions and subdivisions. That's where what we consider to be state institutions will end. The others are connecting to one or the other of these. But what we have as villages in META and perhaps the rest of Cameroon are actually organic institutions that developed and were established long before the state of Cameroon was even created. Any attempt to meddle with this area creates a fundamental problem for the people, because this natural growth and development of such institutions will be tampered with. In the first place, the village is considered as part of a higher institution, organization. Call this organization the clan. Others, in their own nomenclature, may call it the tribe or whatever. But this is the higher unit of the village setting. And if we take the case of META, which may be perceived as an ethnic group also, this is made up of villages which are organic in their origin. An attempt to create a village in META suggests that META can also be created by the SDO or whosoever. That it does not look natural. All of us understand this. So it was a big surprise that an attempt was done in this direction. I will take us down memory lane in that it was attempted not long ago in the same META by the same SDO, at least by the same person, while he was divisional officer from Bengue. Through his influence and recommendation, the SDO then at the time created Ncha as a village, which the Ministry of Territorial Administration ordered its cancellation. It became a shock that something that was attempted and then cancelled by a higher instance was repeated within a few years from when the other one was cancelled. So it begs for an explanation as to what is going on within the state, or what is informing or encouraging these authorities to act this way, because it becomes suspicious that something is not adding up. Otherwise, if something was done and cancelled by the Ministry of the Ministry of Territorial Administration, and then a few months, a few years after, the same thing is repeated. In any case, what we are looking forward to is that the same military will act in the same way consistently, that it is not the mission of the SDO to create villages. The mission of the SDO is to communicate the messages from the central government to the communities, to the villages, and not creating new ones.
The tradition of the Beta people, it's a very simple one when it comes to creating a village or creating or getting a new fund or a new fandom, as per se. It's very basic and very simple. It is said in Meta that if your father was not a fund, you cannot become a fund. There's just no way that you become a fund unless another fund thinks rightfully that you should be given a place to rule. It is that fund that says so, and he doesn't say on his own. He says that with the consultation of the traditional council of that village. And it is in rare cases, very, very rare cases, which speaking now, I don't even remember one. We are hearing things that a village is created, and this same village is created out of two different villages. In fact, the village that suffered much is Bengui village, as per se, and then Ku village also suffered part of, but Idlano has also been used the word confiscated, is just to add to this part of Bengui. But the problem is, how do we do that without the consent of the two funds that are concerned with this, the two funds of these villages? How does that even happen? One thing, just like they said a while ago, we know that the state of Cameroon works for the welfare of the people. The state does not work, will not do something that will jeopardize the well-being of the people. This one in Bengui, I will not tell you a lie, that the Meta people now feel that there is a total and complete violation of their tradition, which is very hurtful to them. In fact, it is very troubling. We have not finished with Bengui. We've seen something about Sam. It's a village, Sam, that has just been newly created too. Even in the turmoil that this Bengui Tegenedi has caused the Meta people. There is hurt everywhere, there is consternation everywhere, and the people are asking the question, what is the interest of the administration of Bengui to create a new village without even informing them, without them knowing what is going on? We just get up one morning and we saw on social media circulating some decree or something by the senior division officer for Bengui creating a village. So the funds are asking themselves, so what has become of them? Have they actually ceased, or has the SGO refused to recognize them as the auxiliary of the state? Because if it thinks that is their domain, the state want to do something, maybe for an idea the state understand that this thing is necessary. It will not be an order just the way we are seeing. The funds will be consulted, the elders will be consulted, the traditional councils will be consulted, and this thing will work so that everybody knows what is going on and to the satisfaction of everybody. But the contrary is true in these cases. And for the reason that everybody sees themselves seized by the decrease, shocked by the decrease. That's why you see the other day there was a demonstration, because it was spontaneous that people came out and they are wondering what is happening. They were going to be asked them to maybe give us a tangible explanation why their funds were not consulted. Nobody was consulted. Then a village is created. Same thing has happened to some. So we are also saying that in the case of Meta, we have enjoyed some peace. We're trying to enjoy some peace after the crisis period that we all suffered. We are looking at another problem cropping up again. And we suspect Togri. We can be saying so. We suspect Togri in all of these things. Because within us, we have heard rumors going on that somebody says that he will create these villages, whether we like or not. And then the SDO goes and signs it. No, we sense foul. We sense foul. I mean, clear foul. And that's why the people of Meta are jittering. In fact, we are waiting to hear, because we will not tell you a lie, that since we went to the SDO and refused to receive the population, they refused to see the funds The funds are getting also jittery because not long ago the crown the same SDO who has worked for us for so long, they crowned him the father of the META funds or the Momo funds. I think it was the Momo funds. So, but for the same funds who crowned him as the father of their fund, they call him Bar Fund. And the same funds who made him Bar Fund went to see him with a complaint that is bitter. He refused seeing them. And the funds are asking that, has that situation changed? Has it changed? Because they are also thinking that they may also go back to change that situation too. And so in order not to create any chaos from our side, because META people, like we have declared, and we are a very peaceful people, we decided to take it to the administration itself, to the central administration. The reason why we had to go up the hierarchy of the administration, of territorial administration, to lay our complaint to them. And because we know that they have rules, they have laws, the territorial administration has laws on creation of villages. They don't create villages just the way it has been done in Bengui, but they will do it the way the tradition of the people says. So our complaint has come because we thought we should not allow our people to run into any chaos, which would probably jeopardize the peace that we are trying to enjoy in Bengui. So to say, we are also saying that we blame a lot those who are giving wrong information, maybe to the administration in Bengui, because the administration will always act on information that is available to them. But we, on the other hand, also look at the administration to say that the SDO for Momo, the current SDO for Momo now, has been in Bengui for quite some time now. He has worked in the hierarchy of administration in Bengui. I think he has seen all. He has worked in all until he's at the peak of the administration in Bengui. I think he had enough time to have understood the tradition of the META people, that what has been done shouldn't have been done in the way it has been done. And so we are saying that this thing has to be redressed. Otherwise, we are setting not only precedents, but we are setting chaos in META. Like I said before, META people feel aggrieved, completely aggrieved, that their tradition has been totally and completely violated, which is not good at all for the people. If you violate our tradition, which makes us who we are, so you are violating us at all, canceling what or who we are by doing the things that I've done now. So, kindly speaking to you, the people of META are very, very unhappy. Very, very unhappy with this decision. And Romo says that, or I think even he himself said something like that, that other villages are in recreation in the same way. And we condemn it. We say it's not correct. We as the custodian, or the funds are the custodian, and the elite, who we are the people of the land, should be consulted in anything that is being done on our behalf. We can't have anything forced down our throat, because we will not accept it. So again, I said we went to hierarchy of the territorial administration, laid our case to them, or yes to the authority, and we think that something will come out from there.